with a voice of triumph, because God is in this building. He's moving by his power. He's moving by his healing power. And ask me, how do I know that? Because he just touched me as I was standing right there. You don't know, I came to church this morning with a bad pain in this knee because I bumped this knee into the building last week. And I was limping, couldn't walk straight. I didn't even tell my wife, but God! When we took the act of faith, and she said to dip 7 times. Well, she said 3 times. And I had to remind her, I said, 7 times. And as I was going down, up and down, it was hurting. But as I came aboard that 7-1, no pain. In this God, I have to say nothing, because I'm serving a God who still heals. And for those of you out there who need a healing in your body, I don't care how big it is, I don't care how small it was, God is concerned about you. He's concerned about your health. He's concerned about what's going on in your life. I need some folks who believe it today. I need some folks who have faith in their system today, because he moves by faith. He moves by what? He moves by our faith. And those of you who didn't do the act of faith out of obedience, you did not, will not, cannot get your healing. I know you don't like me today, but I'm going to preach the truth up in here. If you didn't do it, if you didn't believe, if you didn't do the act of faith, you just forfeited your healing. Do you believe God can heal this body? I don't care what you say. I feel the Holy Ghost in here today. I feel the power of the true living God. I know what he just did right here, right here. God can heal you. God can touch you. God said, keep having faith. Keep moving by faith. Keep believing his word. Keep doing what he says to do. And I can, I shall, I will still. I'm still a healing God. I don't care what you say in here. God said I can even heal you. He said every time you don't use that cane, you don't even know I'm working on that body. You don't know I'm even working to bring that body back how it was in the beginning. The devil thought he had you, but God said the devil has no power over you. I'm in this building saying, God, I'm healing HIV. I'm calling it out. He said, call it out. Some of you have it and don't even know you got it. I'm healing cancer in the blood, lupus. I call you out of their blood in the name of Jesus. Come out of there in the name of Jesus. I'm healing brain tumor, blood, liquid fluid leaking on the brain. Loose her and let her go right now. Loose her. Loose her. Brain damage, tumor on the brain, fluid on the brain. Loose Virginia. Loose her and let her go. You will not take her out in a stroke. You will not let her bleed in her brains until she dies. Bring her forth. I command you, stubborn spirit who's been sitting on top of her brain. Look at me. Loose her and let her go. Let her go. In the name of Jesus, I rebuke herpes. I see herpes. I'm calling out. Calling out. I speak to herpes. I command you to come out of the bloodstream of God's people. I command you to loose them and let them go. Every cancer in the womb, cancer in the blood, I command you to lose God's people and let them go. Some of you have it, some of you know you have it, some don't even know it's developing. I heard the Lord say developing cancer. Developing cancer. loose God's people and let them go. Loose them in the name of Jesus. I command every spirit of cancer, every spirit of diabetes, heart attack, stroke. I command you to loose God's people. Every sickness due to generational curses of sickness, I command you to loose God's people and let them go. Loose and let them go. We have to. Some of you right now, you feel a difference in your body. That's because God's Spirit is healing you. He's doing something in your body. He knows what you need. He knows what you came here for. He knows what sickness aileth you. And he said, I'm here today to free you. To free you. To free you from all of your sickness, from all of your infirmities, from all of your diseases. And who does they belong to? They belong to the who? There you go. And so, I feel it. And then the Holy Ghost said, tell my people, those who have faith. So this word is not for everybody because some of you don't have faith. He said, those who have faith, I will do the impossible in your life. Those things that are impossible to do, those things that are impossible to man, God said to tell his people who have faith that I, God, shall do the impossible in your life. I shall do it. Say, God, I shall do the impossible. I shall do the impossible. I shall do the impossible in your life. Say, God. Yes, God. I hear you, God. Shake it. Yes. Robo shake it. Yes. Robo shake it. Yes. I'm trying to get this Bible and get this word. Robo shake it. Yes, but I have to obey him. God said, many of you, when you go back to the doctor, your report is gonna be a favorable report. Results will change. Results will change. God, doctor's report results will be changed. I'm holding back the hand of death. I'm calling sickness off of my people. For the devil himself has cursed many of you with sickness, with poverty, and the spirit of death to follow. But I, the Lord your God, will remove that sentence from upon you. I will remove that sentence from upon you. And I will replace it with my grace, with my mercy, and with my healing. Say God. Give him some praise. I want you to know that when Naaman was sick, keep standing because I'm going to be finished in a minute. As so many of you are in here today, some of you are not even telling folks what type of sickness you have. But let me share this with you. And so we see where Naaman was sick. He was a leper. And when you have leprosy, you cannot go around anybody else. Because your sickness will eventually become a death sentence. Am I right? And so we see where God loved him so much. God sent a little maid to give him a word. And in that word, the maid gave him some directions. Whenever God purposes to heal his people, he will send a servant, or he will send a prophetess, a prophet, to give you some direction, some instruction. And where we mess up is we don't like what we hear. We don't like the instructions. We want to do it our way. Y'all don't have to say anything to me in here. We want to orchestrate how we get healed, when we get healed, where we go to get healed. Let me tell you something here. There are so many people who used to come here, and I ain't trying to hit nobody, and gave word and sent words to us. We would never come back to your church. We would never. But when sickness hit, when joblessness hit, when problems with children hit, when kids got locked up in jail and couldn't come out, they found themselves back in the place where they said they will not come. Why? Because they know that the power of God rests in this place, rests upon this woman and this man. And when we pray, God moves. Praise some folks out of jail, we don't see them no more. They go out there all once a day, they don't come no more. I'll wait for something to hit again. Because I know it's going to hit. It always hit. And they always come back. But I told my wife, we're not going to let these folks play us for fools. And so we see that he got some instructions. When God wants to heal you, you're going to get some instructions. He's going to send someone to tell you what you need to do, where you need to go, when you need to go. He's going to lay the plan for your healing out. You need to write that down. Put it down your head. He's going to give some instructions. Just like the maid gave Naaman some instructions and some directions. Am I right about it? And the thing about daughters, when we get these directions, when we hear these instructions, we need to receive that word. We need to receive that prophecy, that direction from the man, from the woman of God, because that's what God spoke to them, and that's what's gonna work. And we see the maid told Naaman that there was a prophet, a man who could help him with his sickness. And let me tell you where he is. I'm paraphrasing. And so we see where Naaman found where the prophet was. According to the instructions the maid gave him. Am I right? Am I right? So he got some instructions. Now he is obeying the instructions. He went to see and find this prophet, Nathan. And so when he got to the house, he thought that the prophet would come out and see him. But the prophet sent a messenger, and he didn't like that. So right now, he is choosing and making up in his mind how he wants his healing. I want this man to cut the maid told me, but he refused to realize that you don't need this man to come out and see you, this prophet to come out and see you, because the word that God has given this prophet to speak on your behalf concerning your situation, I've already put power in this prophet's mouth, in these words, because these are the words that I had given him to speak. And when he speaks these words are beginning to come spirit and life, and these words are going to begin to do exactly what I said. Y'all don't like this man of God today. Exactly what I say to do. See, y'all don't know when God gives my wife a prophecy or me a prophecy, and she stands here and tell you that's not her, that's the Spirit of God. Y'all have to say that. That's the Spirit of God that rests upon her shoulders, that's in this body, this earthen vessel, and she opens up her mouth as the Spirit gives direction, and she released these words to you. I release these words to you as God speaks, and God is not a man that should lie. He can't lie. Whatever he says, whatever he speaks, he will perform his word, because he honors his word above his name. See, y'all don't know the importance of the word. That's why that prophet just spoke the word and told him. Going down to this river here and going to dip yourself 7 times. See, he didn't want to do that because that was beneath him. Lesson number 2. God would always put us in a situation to mess our pride up. Some of us have too much pride, and God doesn't like pride. He hates a proud look, so he will bring you down. He will humble you. So some of you better deal with some pride right now. Some of you think you don't have pride. Yes, you do. Check yourself. You see some pride somewhere, and when you find it, you better ask God to take it out, because if you don't work on it, let every man work out his own soul salvation with fear and if you're not working on yourself every day, something's wrong with you. You better be working on yourself. I'm working on me, baby. I ain't got time to work on you. You too much work all by yourself, and I'm too much work too, so let me just stay here and work on this right here. You work on you. You don't have time to be in nobody's business. You don't have time to gossip. You don't have time to ridicule and talk about nobody, because you're too busy trying to see your progress. And if you're not seeing any progress and any growth on what you're working on, you might as well sit your behind down somewhere, because you just faking the funk. You ain't doing nothing. to all of you out there, work on you. Don't work on me. Don't try to fix me. You can't do it. Only that man up there can do. I can't fix you. I ain't trying to fix you. Don't want to fix you. And if you don't ever get fixed, oh well, that's you. That's a tough word, huh? If you don't ever get fixed, too bad for you. I'm over here working on this right here. You better love yourself enough to work on you. You know what's wrong with you. You know your shortcoming. You know the areas you need some work on. I don't know how I got over there. Let me pull myself back on over here. And so we see that he did not like the word on where to go. And we try to choose where we go for our healing. The prophet told him to go to the river and dip 7 times. What river was that? That was River Jordan, right? And see, some of you out there watching, God already told you, come on over here to Power Action Miracle Ministry. Your miracle's over here. When they pray for you, everything gonna get straight. Everything gonna line up. But your pride is keeping you from coming here because you already told everybody, I ain't coming back over there. Well, you gonna keep your problems. You gonna keep that whatever you're going through because guess what? Your healing is over here. God already orchestrated that. Just like how he orchestrated Naaman, the man here, and say, go ahead and dip inside the Jordan River. I don't want to dip in no Jordan. These rivers over here are better. No, go in the Jordan, because that's where. Don't mess with God. Because he knows how to make you swallow your pride. And he had to swallow his pride. And he had to get another word from his servant. So he said, in verse 10, and Elisha sent a message unto him saying, Elisha said, go and wash in the Jordan 7 times and thy flesh, okay? But Naaman, was wrong. He was angry because he didn't like that word. Okay, go to 12. And then he said, these rivers are much better rivers, the Abana and the Pharpar, pronounced the Pharpar, rivers of Damascus, better than the waters of Israel. May I not wash in them? See, he's trying to manipulate it. See, you can't do that. You in problems. You need this. I don't need this, God is saying. And I decided to tell my manservant to tell you, go here. And you're trying to say, well, you're trying to negotiate. Your healing has no negotiation in it. Get that out your head. You cannot negotiate with God. No. If he said, come on over here and get your healing, get this, you got to go. Because that's where it is and that's where you're going to get it. And so he humbled on down, right? And he went on and he dipped in that Jordan River. And the Bible lets us know that when he came up, because he obeyed, his flesh was like the flesh of a baby, of a newborn baby. Because he obeyed the prophetic word, the prophetic instruction. See, now when my wife was saying, okay, we're going to dip, I was standing right here. And she was standing right here. And she said, we're going to dip 3 times. And I whispered to her, I said, 7. Didn't I do that? And we did, because she was going to just let y'all dip 3 times. I guess at the beginning you said 3. Right. And then I whispered and said 7. And y'all went on down 7. I went on down 7. Came back on the 7 up. This right here. Fine now. Because I obeyed the prophetic word. What am I saying to you? When you get the prophetic word, it's up to you if you're going to obey it and if you're not going to obey it, because in your obedience comes your deliverance, comes your miracle, going to obey the prophetic word. Whatever the prophetic word is concerning my healing, whatever God is asking me to do or telling me to do, even if I don't want to do it, even if I'm too big and bad in my mind, I'm going to humble myself down and I'm going to do exactly what God says to do. See, God will ask us to do some things and we don't want to do it. We will look at somebody, look at the preacher guy saying, I'm not going to do that. Or some of you, that don't sound like God. It don't take all of that. Well, no, it may not sound like God. No, it may not take all of that. But God said it because he said it. It takes the foolish things to confound the wise. See, you too smart, so that's why it sounds foolish to you. Foolish thing to confound the wise. And that's why you look at stuff and you turn your nose up. And that's why you miss out on a lot, because guess what? It don't make no sense to you. Let me tell you about God. A lot of stuff he tells us to do don't make sense. It goes beyond the five senses. Let me just help you all out right now, okay? You have to be thinking on a whole nother level, a whole nother plane. And he would tell you to do something and you better, and your little old man, you're like, that don't make no sense. And then when you do it, you see God. All last week, God been telling me to do certain things, and I'm going to be honest with y'all, it didn't make no sense. But I did it, and I see God move. And all I can do is like, okay, God, that's you. You said that. I give him his props. You said that. You did. Yeah, God, you said this. And that's how God is going to work in all of our lives when we start to not only hear his word of the prophet and the prophetess, but when we obey. For obedience is better than. Obedience is better than.
Give God the praise. Come on, give God